Namaste, my lovely friends. Welcome to Yoga Bliss with Shelly. Today's practice is to celebrate our dads. Father's Day is coming up this Sunday, so I thought what a better way to celebrate our dads. So join me, unroll the mat, peel the edges with whatever props that you need, and together, my beauties, let us do this. Welcome back, my lovely friends. Join me in a seated position. I feel so blessed. I have this new lovely mat that I got for a birthday present, and it's Hugger Mugger. It's amazing, and this is my first recording with it, so I'm super excited. And my bolster, it was my birthday last week, and all these lovely birthday presents. I love it. So just join me in a seated position and know that yoga is not a one-size-fits-all, right? So if you need a stool, if you need to sit in butterfly, if you need to extend your legs out, you can definitely do that. So today's practice is here to honor all of the dads all around the world. So just join me and let us hold space for all of these wonderful men who've been a part of our lives. And let's just honor this space with a little bit of a breath practice. So we're going to do a purifying breath, which is just going to be inhaling long into your heart, and then just an organic exhale. And maybe just let yourself shake off the nerves. I know that I get like all the nerves running up and down the body when I get ready for a yoga class. So maybe let yourself get those wiggles out, and then let's hold space for all these wonderful dads. And perhaps you could join me in just putting the palms facing up, like we're imagining holding this invisible space for these wonderful men as we bring our breath into the body. Long and lengthen, and then exhale it out. And as we're doing this breath practice, maybe we could imagine a man or a father who has influenced our lives. And for some people, this could be a huge trigger because some of us have parents who are very difficult to be around. And some of us have parents that we honor and we love and all of the things. So allowing yourself to hold space for whatever it is, if there's pain around the father figure in your life or your past life, your childhood. And just bringing that breath in as you purify that breath. And now let's really push that exhale out long. And maybe it can be too much to try to do both, so maybe just focus on the breath at first. Bring that breath in and let it go. And let us just hold space for all of these men, and maybe even it could have been a teacher or somebody in your life that you looked up to as a male figure, as we hold space. And let's just send love to all of the men and the dads out there. Sending love. And sometimes it can be hard if there was a father figure and we have a lot of pain around that. That can be hard. So I want you to just hold space for that pain, because there is pain. No matter how great a childhood was or a person in our life, there's always pain surrounding that. So allowing ourselves to just hold space for that pain. Hold space for this collective father figure or dad figure. Wonderful work for all of those dads out there. We're going to inhale, raising those arms up high to the sky, and then we're just going to exhale, and we're going to twist to the right side. So I'm mirroring you now, okay? If you're facing me, I am your mirror, my friends. So really just allow yourself to wring out that spine. And these lovely twists are so good for cleansing and clearing out not only this spine of ours, but these internal organs. It's just like you can imagine a dirty towel that you just like plunge into a nasty lake, and then you pull it up and just wring everything out. So using that breath to come into the body and pushing it out. Bringing that breath in and letting it go. Almost like we're wringing out all of the past, and we can wring out some of the pain, just being with together we're gonna inhale back at the center, and like you're holding a ball, like a soccer ball, a football, or a baseball, and we're gonna inhale, raising that high up to the sky, or it could be like an energetic ball, high to the sky, like you're holding the sun with the world in your hands. Then we're gonna exhale, twisting to the opposite side, to the left side as we wring out. We're detoxifying. Holding space for that pain can be hard. And we have to wring it out, so it's like just twisting out as you bring that breath into the body and letting it go. And don't be afraid of your breath. Breath, my friends, is one of our most powerful forces when we can utilize it and use it. So bringing that breath in. And good work letting it go. 2 more breaths at your own pace. And really this time we're going to extend the exhale. And perhaps with an audible sound. And every time we deepen that breath, we can allow ourselves to let go of something. Let go of something that no longer serves you. Beautiful work, my friends. From here, meeting me at center, and however this works for you, we're going to meet in a tabletop position. So if you want to, you can kind of swing your legs around and get your hands down beneath you. And if you had a bolster or a pillow or a blanket, we're going to move that out of the way right now. And from here, if you have hard floors, I strongly recommend a blanket underneath for support of the joints, because we want to keep healthy joints. I have this nice carpet, so I'm good here. So really we're going to set ourselves up like a table. So really root your hands into the earth, really pressing through the thumb and extending all the way through the pinky. Check into your legs in the back. So as you bend here, you can start with a feet, right? With your feet pointed up. And we're going to inhale, raising our spine up like a cat here. And just really allow yourself to expand the breath through the ribs here, bringing through the back of the heart with a big breath. And exhale. We're going to take 2 breaths here, just static, which is just paused in this pose. And let it go. 1 more, make it count, breathe it in. And let it go. Now on this next exhale, we're going to deepen that navel down, drop it down towards the mat, bringing your sit bones high and your chin high to the sky. And slowly, we're just going to round the eyes, the insides of the elbows towards the short edge of the mat here. I know it can be like a lot going on, or if you've done this a million times, really tune into how you're doing it with that beginner's mindset. And if you are a beginner, awesome, because that's a great space to start. So again, we're going to start with that deep, expansive breath in and blow it away. Again, as we're here in this practice, we're honoring and acknowledging all the fathers and all the dads and all the great men that have impacted our lives. And letting it go. And now I would like you to take 3 cow and cats at your own pace. So a full round is going to be 1 cat and 1 cow. So that's 1. Do 2 more. Allow your breath to flow with you. Feel your shoulders, feel into the hips. Feel how it feels in that body. Awesome work, my friends. And from here, we're going to release that, and I'm still mirroring you, that left leg long. So we're going to release that left leg long, and we're going to just kind of bring it forward and back here. Forward and back. Awesome work. From here, we're going to exhale, really powering through the navel, the abdomen, the core, and drawing that navel up towards the spine, pressing the earth away from you. Extend, reaching that heel up high, hovering that leg high, and making this leg long and strong as you can. And from here, we're going to inhale, curling the knee up to the heart. We're going to extend it long, and we're going to do 10 of these. So bring it in strong. 9. Inhale, strength. 8. Inhale, courage. 7. Inhale, love. 6. Inhale that strength. You are stronger than you think you are. 5. We're halfway there. Exhale that strength. Inhale, press that mat away. 4. You've got this. Take it at your own pace, really tuning into the muscles. We're on 3. We've got this pinch, squeeze through the booty. Exhale, 2. You've got it in you. Last one, long, and then we're gonna inhale, bringing that knee up, up, up towards the heart. Hover, hover, drive that heel up towards the body. 10, 9, press the mat away from you. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, exhale, and done. Ooh, maybe take a little free movement and sink those sit bones back. Maybe you need to bring the hands up. And I really want you to pay attention to your wrists here. I was feeling like I was pressing so much weight into my right hand, and I could really feel that. So if you're in that same boat, maybe let's just stretch our wrists out a little bit by just moving our hands. You can place the fingertips on the long edges of the mat or towards you if that feels good. Just be aware of that. That means that we weren't, or for me, I wasn't bringing as much of my strength into my core, and I was relying on my hands here. Okay, now we're gonna rock out the opposite side. Root those hands in, opposite leg. So if you are mirroring me, that's going to be your right leg, side to side. Okay, so right leg long and strong, and maybe rock forward and back. Just really stretch out that calf, the hamstring, and the glute. And really here, my friends, you can activate through the palms of the hand. This is almost like a one-legged plank, right, that we're doing. So we're really drawing that inner strength in. So really from here, draw that core up, almost like we're coming into like a cat position. So really press the mat away and maybe round that spine a little bit. And be aware of the neck. Are you cricking it up or are you drooping it down? Find that space here. I said in the last class, like creating this negative space, like I'm an artist and there's all these beautiful negative spaces, or let's think of it as positive space, right? Because we want to keep positive. Let's create a positive space. My dad's a very positive mind thinker, so we're going to create this positive space for you, Dad. I love you. So we're going to exhale that heel back, and we're going to inhale, strengthen, drawing that heel up high to the sky. Really tune into the leg on the earth. Are you pushing all of your weight up? Really find that strength. Now inhale to curl. Right, now we're going to do 10 more of these. Finding that inner strength as you push away. 9, 8. Finding all that strength. Curling in that chin towards that knee. 7. And then reaching forward, maybe like a pointer dog, if you've seen those dogs that are like, attention, attention. Their tails point out, their nose points out. 5, we're halfway there. Breathing into that leg. Exhale, finding your strength. 4. 3, you can do hard things. 2, summoning that inner strength. And 1, long and strong. Hug, 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 drive that heel towards that booty. 10, 9, push away from the earth. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Exhale from here, my friends. You can bring the big toes touching big toes, opening the heels up. You can open up the knees wide on the mat, and know that this is not a one-size-fits-all. Yoga is not a one-size-fits-all. So we're trying for a child's pose or devotional pose. So arms are going to be tracked forward, or arms can track behind you. And know that you might not have the mobility in your booty. So I know my husband and my dad both have hip restrictions and hamstring restrictions. So you could bring a big pillow here to kind of find support in that booty area. And just allow yourself to sink your heart to the earth, drawing the forehead down. And if you want more of a stretch to the shoulders and the arms, you can release the arms long ahead of you, or if that's not in the plan, you can allow the arms to track behind you here, and just breathing a big breath into the heart here. And letting it go. And breathing gratitude in for all of the fathers, all of the dads out there. And giving gratitude to the world around us as we breathe that breath out. And breathing love in for all of the dads and fathers out there. And they were all doing the best that they could. And even if we have this underlying pain or discomfort in our hearts, know that we're not alone. We're not alone in those feelings as we breathe that breath in and let it go. Softening the heart down through the front and the back body. Just allowing yourself to just pause and just noticing that there is always an opportunity for movement and rest. And this is one of those times where we can just rest and allow our bodies to just be. Pausing between the thoughts, or going with the thoughts, and just riding that wave, riding that emotional wave here. Wonderful work. Bringing the palms a little bit above the shoulders and then pressing up here. And we're gonna remove that bolster if you had that. And I know, like my dad had a shoulder replacement, I think maybe 2 months ago, so he can't do a downward facing dog. So you can try a downward dog if you would like to real quick, or you can stay in this tabletop position. I'm gonna make this so everyone can do it. And so from here, we're going to mirror me. So you're gonna step your right foot forward, right? We're gonna step that right foot forward. And then from here, we're gonna inhale up through that tummy, through that core. So you're just drawing that strength in. And then we're gonna inhale, making this cactus arm. And if you do have one arm that is restricted and you need to keep it here, you can do that. So keep that here for people that have had shoulder replacements or anything of the such. Like, be kind and gentle with your body and listen to it. So really ground that front foot into the earth, keeping this hind foot posted up and drawing in that inner strength through the inner thighs, activating the muscles by just squeezing those muscles in, my friends. And then exhale, a soft back bend. So you're just tipping and you're really just pressing your heart. And maybe you can imagine like your heart is a ball or your heart is the sun. I know my dad's a huge athlete, so maybe it'll be like a football or a rugby for him. For me, it's gonna be more like a sun, and that you're just like holding space for that ball or that sun here. Gentle back bend, and then we're gonna exhale, hinging forward. And from here, we're gonna do a little bit of a tricky move. So you can kind of meet me a little bit forward, but we're gonna post up on this hind foot. Right, that hind foot is posted up. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna turn the toes facing the long edge of the mat, and then we're gonna windmill standing up. So you're meeting me in a warrior two, and that's just this right foot is rooted and facing the short edge of the mat. The left foot is facing the long edge of the mat. And you wanna sit up like you're on a set of skis or a railroad track here. And then we're gonna release the arms long and strong, finding that inner strength, breathing into the body here, and letting it go. And really just drawing up that strength through the muscles. So activate through the feet, the calves, the glutes, or the hamstrings, and the glutes, the booty, the tummy, no matter your perception of your tummy, all the way through the upper chest, the back body, arms long and strong here. Pausing for the breath here. And erase in your mind what you think this pose needs to look like and feel into it. So tune into this front foot, tune down, check into that big toe. Oh, we want to just see that big toe. You just don't want to be going super hyper extending or past that. So if you need to come up and your knees are feeling like that, that is totally fine, my friends. Awesome work. From here, just really bending into that body. Awesome, awesome work, my friends. From here, we're going to exhale, slowly kind of coming back down, and we're going to go to the opposite side, right? So hands are going to go down on the earth. That foot is going to step back. If you are in a space where you can go into a plank, which is just palms of the hands on the earth, almost like a push-up position, if your shoulders are not allowing you to, then just stay right here. So now we're going to step that opposite foot forward, right? So that's going to be your your right foot forward. I'm mirroring, right? Mirroring you. Stepping that right foot forward, and maybe if you want to rock a little bit forward, rock a little bit back here. Okay, really draw that navel back towards the spine, hinge the back of the heart up. Inhale from here. We can either float the arms up high to the sky. If you have that mobility in one of the shoulders, that is okay. You can keep that arm down, or you can cactus the arms here. Gentle back bend. So really tune into the shoulders here if you can. So if you have that injury, right, or if you're working on strength of the upper body, this cactus can be good. Also, hands at the hips. And just what you're gonna do is tip that heart, right? Imagine that ball or that sun at the heart, opening that up, and squeeze the shoulder blades together here, strengthening through that body, bringing that breath in, and letting it go. Bringing that breath in, and letting it go. Awesome work, my friends. So from here, we're gonna exhale, bring that spine back neutral, maybe shake out the shoulders. We're gonna do that tricky move. So we're just gonna hinge forward. We're standing up, posting up in that hind foot, squeezing through the inner thighs. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna travel the heel towards the back of the mat, toes facing the long edge of the mat. Slowly from the tummy, windmill the arms up meeting me in your warrior two. You can always, if this front leg is having a hard time with you, you can straighten that out. So we're on the opposite side here, finding that Virabhadrasana 2, warrior 2. So really grounding into the feet in the four corners. We have 2 in the front pad, 2 in the rear, the heel. Press those down into the earth. Really draw that energy and the strength from the calves to the inner thighs as you open up the hips, facing the long edge of the mat. Heart wide open, arms long and strong, drawing the ears up away from the shoulders, peeking over that middle finger, taking 3 breaths that are very focused on that exhale. So bringing it in. Focus on that shh, biggest sound this time. Make it a big breath. Like the wind. I live in the mountains and it's very windy. So bring that breath in. Letting it go. Awesome work, my friends. From here, we're just going to raise it up. And then we're going to just heel, toe to standing. And we're just going to wiggle out that body. Maybe shake out the legs for a minute. Wiggle out the shoulders. Maybe do that move that we see boxers or fighters do where you just shake it down a little bit. Bringing that breath in. And we're just going to finish with a little standing twist. So to our just kind of cool down pause. Feet rooted into the earth. This is called our mountain pose, also known as Tadasana in Sanskrit. So really root, and I want you to imagine a mountain. I live in the mountains, and these mountains have so much strength and courage and bravery and compassion and beauty. So root those feet into the earth. So our feet are going to stay rooted, our legs are going to stay still, and our hips are going to plant. From the midsection, the thoracic and the cervical vertebrae, we're going to start slowly twisting, and the arms are just going to kind of go limp with us. Twist to the side to honor all of the dads and the fathers and the great men out there twisting it out. Awesome. Just let that spine just ring out a little bit. Bring that breath back in. And honoring and acknowledging all of these great men. Like there's so many great people out there. Even think of like people, men of history. So even if we haven't had like the best father figure in our life, maybe our father has passed, and we can honor them too. And even if they were not perfect, right? No dad or father figure is going to be perfect. We're holding space and we're sending that loving vibration out to the planet, because that is how we can help heal the planet. So we're going to slowly come back to standing. Find it slow to a neutral, straight up and down spine. And from here, we're just going to bring our hands to our hearts. We're going to bow our heads. And I would like you to send a loving wish or a prayer or whatever is your vibe, or just a thought out to somebody that you love in the past, present, or future, to a male or father figure. Just send them a little message. It could be just as simple as, I love you, or I'm so grateful for you. And even honoring if there's pain there, or anger, or whatever it is. Bringing that breath in. And together, just bringing those palms, kissing palms to your heart. And really, I want you to acknowledge all of the love and the light within yourself. And as we bow, we're not bowing to whatever it is that we might have a false perception. We're bowing to our own self, your own spirit. Almost like maybe you could imagine yourself standing in front of you, or maybe even that great man in front of you. And you're going to bow and you're going to honor and acknowledge the love within them. And we're going to say together, Namaste. Thank you. I'm so grateful for you, and I am truly grateful for all the great men and the great fathers and dads out on the planet of the past, present, and the future. I love you. I will see you back here very soon.